What's up, everybody? It's Uncle P. Y'all, I'm tired today. I am beat. My wife got me spring cleaning. We got a big old dumpster out front, and I am tired. So I'm gonna just get right to the questions. All right. Hey, Uncle P. I like the advice that you give, and I wanted to get some for myself. So I have this friend, a guy, by the way, who lost his job last year. Unfortunately, he lost his job to something he did. So, I tried to help him out by offering to take his this new yogurt plate that's down the street from our area, but he claimed he didn't feel like going. Alright, I know what you're getting at, but I'm going to keep on moving. So, after that, I decided not to stress about it. I can't make him do anything he doesn't want to do. Also, if he wanted to do anything with me that required cash, I wasn't going to cover him because he isn't trying to better his situation. Right? Good. What she did is she asked him out to the movies, and everybody who was going to the movies contributed $5. Well, dude, he shows up, ain't got no job, no money, and like, yo, I'm broke. And she was with somebody else, and she told dude to go home. Alright, now look, I don't fault you. I would have did the same thing if one of my homies had showed up without no money. No, I take that back. I probably would have covered dude, but I wouldn't invite him no more. I will say you shouldn't invite him if you don't have a job, if you know he's not working, and you know he's not trying to work. Let him keep his ass at home. But in her letter, she goes on to say the dude isn't talking to her. Now, let me tell you something that you may not know. The male ego is fragile. I'm just going to tell the truth. Our egos are fragile. And number one, you invite him to, he got no money. Then you invite him to the movies, he ain't got no money. Then you take him back home from whence he came, and he broke. So, he lost face. He can't see you. He can't talk to you. So that's the reason why. Do I think you could have handled the situation better? I don't think you should have invited him in the first place. But as far as telling him to take his butt home, I would have did the same thing. And the other question is, do I think you should continue to be friends? You can continue to be friends without propping a dude up that has no future and ain't trying to better the situation. Especially if he did something that got him fired up from his own job by his own design. So, I don't know. If you should be friends with him, that's all you. But that's all I got. Hey, you know what? Here's another letter along those lines. Sometimes my boyfriend calls me when he's outside, but some other times when he goes out with friends, he doesn't even call me. He drops me off at school 11 a.m. and until 8:14 p.m. he didn't call me. I had to call him. Why? I don't know why. He's a good guy. He does not cheat. You know what? If you're asking why, you probably got something in the back of your head trying to tell you something. But anyway, you said he doesn't cheat or have other girls calling him. He wanted me to go out with him today, but I had to work for school. But when his friends are there, it's like I don't even exist. Dude sounds kind of young, and that's kind of like what young cats do. We do not do extraordinary stuff together because most of the time I have money, he doesn't. So I just don't go out because he has to learn to work hard to get for what he wants. And we are both students. We have been together for 7 years, and he never invited me to a restaurant. I did. He does not because he does not have money. I remember one time he traveled and he did his best to bring me stuff, not expensive, but something. Do you think it's possible for us to stay together? Because the feedback that my parents have to send me to school and feed me, his parents do not have. And I'm going to do another country for my master's degree, and he has one there. Okay, look, you know what? I'm just going to break it down to you. Break up with dude. 7 years? Okay, what have you, this is what I don't get with a lot of females. And just for how you wrote your letter, a lot of women stay in relationships just to be in a relationship. I could tell by your letter that there are some things lacking, that you're missing out on something, and yet you're still staying, and you're getting ready to go to another country and contemplating still trying to continue a relationship. This really is a no-brainer. It is time for you to go off and live your life and plan your life. And see, I'm trying not to, you know what? Fuck it. Break up with dude. Get somebody better. do your master's degree in another foreign country and, you know, look at him fondly. It is time for you to go. It's time for you to go get you a grown man and be out. That's my honest opinion. Alright. My name is Amanda. I'm 17 years old. I'm having a difficult time with boys right now. I am currently a junior in high school, and I have a crush on an incoming freshman. I personally think that it's not normal to like someone 3 years younger than me, but my friends say it's no big deal and that it's cute. Every time I see him, I see a future with us together. Then I look at other people who talk about us being together, and it makes me hide my feelings. Please tell me. Alright, what you should do is you should concentrate on your studies. And I know people always say that, but I'm telling you. And there is a big difference between a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old. I'm just here to break it. A huge difference. It's almost like night and day. There is a huge difference between a 14-year-old freshman and a 17-year-old. And nothing you can do for this young dude but give him bragging rights to his homeboys. That's it. I know what you're going to do, but what you should do is chalk it up to dude just being cute and move on. Hey, Uncle P, I'm 19 years old. I started dating this 20-year-old guy about a month ago. So far, he seems like a really sweet guy. He works, has a car, he goes to college. So far, he's taking me on dates, contacts me every day, picks me up from class every chance he gets. No, I haven't slept with him. We're still getting to know each other. But we do have good chemistry when we're together. What do you think we should go? Where do you think we should go from here as far as our relationship? Well, you really haven't given me much to go on. But what I will tell you to do is if he's a good guy, he treats you right, you're comfortable with him, take it slow. Take it slow. Take it slow. Because, you know, about a month ago, I say give it 3 months. See, here's my own personal opinion. You can't be fake for that long. You can't put up an act for that long. Sooner or later, the face that you present is going to go away, and the real you is going to shine through. Give dude 3 months. And it's after that, if you still feel comfortable, then I would say progress a little bit further. But most importantly, take your time and enjoy getting to know him, and let him enjoy getting to know you. Hey, Uncle P, I'm an 18-year-old college sophomore, and I have a question. I am currently single, have been since junior in high school. I'm pretty comfortable. That's cool. But I can't attract guys my age. The approximate age of men that approach me are 39 and older. Whenever I go to college parties, I never get approached. I find myself attractive, smart, and funny. All my friends, male and female, think so as well, and have no idea why you seem to be untouchable or unapproachable. I have come to the conclusion that it might be because I'm natural, meaning her hair doesn't have a relaxer. I have a story that goes along with this, but, you know, you can tell me the story later in email, and then we can wrap. But I continuously get compliments from older gentlemen and women, but other males in my age group just don't seem to like my style or hair. How do you think I go about this situation? Because I would like to know. That I can get a free drink every once in a while and have fun doing college. Hey, here's my thing. I don't know you. I don't know what you look like, but I don't think it's your hair. I don't. And this is the reason why I don't think it's your hair, is because in my age group, there are not too many women that wear their hair natural. There's a generational shift, you know, and I hope I'm explaining this right. I'm tired, so bear with me. Put it this way. There's a difference between the generation that my parents were, between my generation and your generation. And in my generation, I come from the generation of weave, of 30 pounds of yarn hair on the top of your head. You know, I come from the generation of big bamboo hoop earrings, fakeness, and big ass perms. And so that's my generation. I happen to believe, as far as your hair, that more and more women your age are finally saying it is okay to be real. And I dig that. And I hope some of that rubs off on the women in my generation. So, on your hair thing, I don't think it's your hair, because more women in your generation wear natural hair than in my generation. What I think it is, and you didn't give me much to go on, is it's probably the way you carry yourself and the way that you dress. Now, there's a huge difference in the way women in my generation dress and women in your generation dress. Totally big difference. So when a brother, I'm 38, if I see a young sister who's respectfully dressed but sexy, that's going to attract me. I'll be like, oh, that is nice. Oh, you know, that's what attracts my generation. Your generation is totally different. The generation below me, it's all about how much cleavage you can show without showing your titties. You know, I mean, that's honest. So you have to give me more to go on, but I don't think it's your hair. I don't. I think your generation is more acceptable than my generation, and that's a goddamn shame. I think it might be the way you carry yourself and the way that you dress. I had a pretty big photo shoot this weekend, and one of the models is 21 years old. 21 years old, and we had probably one of the most enlightening conversations I have ever had. And it's specifically because of the way she carries herself. Now, I'll be honest, ain't shit a 21-year-old can do for me but fuck me and babysit my kids. And I'll take the babysitting over the sex. I'm 13 years old. I'm in middle school. I'm very popular and well known for my swagger. I'm going to leave you alone because you're 13. Haha, I'm a ladies' man. I can get any girl I want. And but Candy said I gotta be nice to y'all young ones, and I'm trying to be. So, but I don't. The longest I have ever been with a girl is 6 weeks. My average is 2. Whew, you making it hard. But this one girl that I stayed with for 6 weeks, and yes, I was sprung. I know you're gonna say I'm just a child. Dog, you have no idea what I want to say, but I'm just going to keep on reading. But I really like her. She has a new boyfriend, but I want her back. What should I do? You should leave. Go on about your business. That's all I got. Peace. Hey, this is pretty cool, and I'm gonna read this, and this is really a question directed to me. My name is Levette. I'm 27 years old, and I noticed on your videos that you said you would not date a female with kids. And I don't have any kids myself, but I'm starting to feel sorry for the women that do have children. By listening to your comment, it seems like they will not have a chance to find a good man because good men have high standards, and they may not want to date a mother. What can a woman with kids do or not do to get a good man with high standards? Any suggestions? It is best to show one you're dating, you have enough money to support your kids. Here, look. I will say this is just for me. And first of all, I'm married, so what I'm saying is hypothetical anyway. And I will say that what I'm saying is a tad bit hypocritical, because when my wife met me, I had a child. But as a man, I simply could not date a woman who had a child, and I wouldn't even consider it. If I met a woman and we talked and everything clicked, and I find out she had a child, I just simply would not do it. Because, and this is generally speaking, there is a lot of baggage that comes with a child, and when you date a woman with a child, you automatically not only have to accept her, you have to accept this child. And the love that a man has for a child not his own is generally conditional. It is conditional dependent on how long that relationship lasts that he has with the mother. And when that relationship is over, he's gone. And that's my personal, if I wanted to get with a woman, I'd want to get with her, and I'd want to create my own family. And I simply would not at all consider dating a child with kids. I just wouldn't do it. And and again, what I'm saying is hypothetical. Who knows what would happen, man? Who knows if God forbid, if the unspeakable happened and I find myself out there in the dating world yet again, who knows what happened? But as far as high standards, look, We should have high standards. You should have high standards. We all should have high standards, and we should adhere to those standards ourselves. For the fact of the matter, I don't think women's standards are high enough. You know, I'm not one of those men that are going to complain because a woman wants to date a guy who has money. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking more of y'all should keep your damn legs closed and have these high standards. And wait and stop believing that you got to have a man, any man, to validate you. I personally believe that. We all should have higher standards. We don't, but this is just for me. I simply could not date a woman with children. And this next letter has, there's something else I couldn't do either, but I'm going to go ahead and get right to this next letter. Hey, Uncle P, I want to start off by saying I love your show. Thank you very much. I've been getting the complaints, y'all. Y'all been complaining. You know, I'm going to address this letter, and I got a closing point. Anyway, okay, now for the question. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. In your previous video, you said that if you were single, you would not date a woman who wasn't raised by her father. Being a woman who was banded by my father, I am extremely curious about why you wouldn't. Are there characteristics that mark fatherless females? What is the difference between a fatherless woman and a woman who had her father to raise her? I am in no way offended by your statement because everyone has a preference. I would love to hear your answer because I never heard a man say that he would not date a fatherless woman. Thank you. Okay, look. First, let me say that when I speak, I'm speaking in general terms. And so I don't mean all. And I would think I wouldn't have to say all, but someone is going to remind me, you can't say all, you can't say all. Okay. Generally speaking, women who are not raised by their fathers lack the understanding, lack the example of that which they should seek. What does that mean? If you were not raised by your father, and it's not the same as having a good man in your life. See, what we have done, is we have removed the importance of a father in our homes. The father really, especially in popular culture, he's nothing. No, y'all remember the Doritos commercial? Hey, y'all see the little dude was like, "Don't touch my mama, don't touch my Doritos." It was funny, but it is an example that now the father not being there has become acceptable. It is now part of our culture. He has been removed. But the problem with that is there is something so powerful about the love of a man. And if you weren't raised by your father, you have no understanding, generally speaking, about the power of about the power of the love of a man. You just don't. And you kind of make it up as you go along. I'm telling you, single, and people are going to agree with me, single mothers, you are not mother and father. You are mother in the absence of father, but you are not mother and father. You cannot be that which you are not. So you can't be dad if you ain't a man. So my personal opinion, and I'm really trying to watch my words because I know y'all going to give it back to me, is that a woman lacks the living example of that which she succeeds. She doesn't know how to carry herself. She doesn't know how to act. She doesn't know how to relate to this man. She doesn't know how to be loved by a man. You know, and I'm going to tell you, women who were not raised by their fathers are overly aggressive, overly temperamental, and there's a reason behind it, because just think of it. Every day you get up as a child, you saw your mom get up. She was the lover. She was the nurturer. She was the disciplinarian. She was everything. And this was your example of a leader in the home. But the story's twisted. You know, we got the roles twisted. It is a man's responsibility to lead his home, to guide his home. And if you're raised without that part, that makes you, in my opinion, undateable. If I met a woman and just really started being into her, she would have to be some kind of special for me to continue a relationship to find out that she was not raised by her father. Now, that being said, there are some bad women out there. I'm bad meaning good. You mean Run DMC, bad meaning good? That, in spite of not having a father, are still this real well-rounded woman who understands strength, who understands control, who understands ladylike qualities, who doesn't get confused that, you know, a lot of women who were not raised by their fathers think strength lies in your mouth. Got nothing to do with that. and it's just, you know, please, and I'm not dissing nobody out there. I'm just telling you my preference. I simply could not. It is what it is. Thank y'all for listening. Y'all can tell I'm not hyped today. I'm beat. I'm tired. But I'm gonna say this, and I haven't spoken about it, but I'm gonna speak about it today. Candy and Skittles. They're cousins. They're gonna work their thing out between themselves. I'm not saying give them privacy, because for the fact of the matter, they do these videos. They've allowed you guys into their lives. I'm not saying give them space. What I am saying is, don't try to pit them against each other, or, you know, I'm on Candy's side, I'm on Skittles' side. Take your ass on with that bullshit, that messy ass bullshit. Take it on. Go someplace else with it. You know, I don't, personally, what them two sisters got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing. I'm here if they want to talk, if they need something, but other than that, y'all know, hey, trust me, the worst place a man could be is in between two women. You know, and I tell you, I read every single comment. Some of y'all just messy, and some of y'all some two-faced helpers. How you gonna show up to a sweet and greet and you slobbing all over one of them, and then you gonna be, you know, try to be on the other one's side? Act like I don't know who you are. Take your messy ass on someplace. Before I put you on blast, because Candy won't do it and Skittles won't. I will. And the last thing I'm gonna say, look, if you don't like me, then don't like me. You don't tell me you ain't gonna listen to me no more. I don't care. If you don't look no more. Don't make it your purpose in life to tell me you don't like me. Fuck you. I don't care. Anyway, holla.